Hi, my name's Gavin Lewis. I'm 52 years of age. I'm an ex-veteran. Straight from school, did a number of years in the Royal Regiment of Wales, and then seen lots of nice things, lots of not so nice things. In the NHS then for 20 years in trauma and orthopaedic theatres. At the time I was having mental breakdowns, as in hypervigilant, hyperactive, night sweats, typical PTSD symptoms. I didn't know what they were. I was married at the time, big house, fantastic family, had everything going, but something wasn't right, because what does a bloke say to a GP when you don't know what's wrong with them? Subdiagnosis of PTSD, and I just buried my head in the ground, because blokes don't talk, because we are roughy toughy soldiers and we are big and strong, but really we frighten little boys inside. And I went to work for a facilities company, a production film company called ADF, which specialises in high-end TV and film, and I ended up living in my truck for 6-7 months, which was great, but I didn't have a sense of belonging, and I needed security and stability, but I desperately needed somewhere to call my own. And so I spoke to a association in Wales called the Wales Veterans Partnership. Spoke to a guy called Don Price. I told him my situation. He said, put the phone down, I'll give you a ring back in 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, he rang back with a name and a number of somebody called Lisa from Tirion Homes. Told her I was living in my truck, and that conversation has changed my life. Housing, because I didn't want anything for nothing. I'm not a charity. I pay my own way. I don't want anything from anybody. I just want somewhere to call my own. I can close the door at night and be secure and stable. I can honestly say from the bottom of my heart, if I hadn't met Lisa, I hadn't spoken to Lisa that day, I wouldn't be here today. She's given me a new direction in life, because she was somebody who cared and listened for 5 minutes. That's all I wanted. And whoever's watching this can relate to this, because you leave school, you meet somebody, you fall in love, you do a job Monday to Friday, you complete the rat race every day, you bring your children up, make sure that they've got everything that they need. But who's looking after you? Nobody. The only person looking after you is you. And it's 52 years later, I'm finding this, and life is bright. The future is bright.